But before we start, please make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now.
From sinkhole to World War II bomb shelter in 5 minutes. One of the best things in life is the fact that we cannot predict what will happen tomorrow. The mystery is definitely what keeps life so exciting. The tracks of the past cannot be hidden for long, and although we move on from it and forget it ever happened, sometimes the past hits us like a wall in the face. That's precisely what happened to this man, who found a weird hole in a driveway, and when he entered, he had the rare opportunity to take a rare glimpse into history. For Simon Marks, the day was like any other, nothing out of the ordinary. He was returning home from work, having on his mind only what he was going to have for dinner. But the act of parking his car into the driveway was definitely different that day, and he encountered something that would change his life forever. Marks noticed that one of his tires got stuck in a place that he'd never seen before. He tried in vain to move the car, but it was impossible. At first he just thought that maybe he'd gone too far and drove the car into the flower beds. Oh, but he was so wrong, and there were so many surprises waiting for him. He finally got down from his car to find out that the problem was a massive hole in the middle of the driveway. The sinkhole seemed like something that would take a lot of money to repair, and initially Parks thought that it had to be a malfunction from the house foundations. This made him feel a little bit insecure, because if that was the case, then the rest of the house may be compromised too. His primary concern was if the house would start sinking and he'd lose everything he owned. So he started right away to dig into the roots of what was happening to stop the damage from spreading before it was too late. He sent some pictures of the hole to his father and then ventured into the darkness using a large ladder. As he was going down, he started to notice that this was no ordinary hole. He found out that the hole had 2 rooms constructed below just where his driveway sat just a couple hours ago, and that the rooms were not at all compromised for the fact of parking all the cars above it every day for years. The hole was pitch black, but with the use of lanterns and smartphones, Simon and his family could discover all that these 2 rooms had to tell. Simon bought his house from a couple who'd built the house back in 1970 and lived there for some years. He also knew that there was a German bombing happening in the past very near where the home sat. With these tiny bits of information, Simon and his father started to get the idea that the secret room was probably a bomb shelter. The strong foundations of the rooms also made this idea more probable. But the question remains about the type of bomb shelter this was. It could just be for regular bombs. It could also be a bunker, a fallout shelter, or an air raid shelter. While walking into the 2 rooms, Simon found a lot of things. Bottles and newspapers were some of the predominant objects throughout the shelter. When interviewed by the press, Simon said that the previous owners must have known it was there, and when he built the house and put a garden in, he must have filled it in. Why did the previous owner not say anything about the 2 rooms? What were they hiding? In the end, Simon encountered more footage for free and also discovered something that led him to understand so much better the life that the house had before him, and the type of life that all those that lived there before experienced. The best thing about this cool finding is that the person who found it is even cooler. When asked what he would do with the newly discovered room, Simon added, "It's a part of our history, so we should keep it." So nice when someone finds a piece of history and respects it for what it is, a remarkable piece of heritage.